If you were asked right now, are you still as ambitious as you used to be? What would you say? Most of us would almost certainly say that we're not as ambitious as before anymore. We start seeing our old dreams as unrealistic ever since we stepped out of high school. But there is one truth. We are being hit back by the very cultures that have influenced us. Let's try to understand this together through brain science. The first thing I see most commonly is a combo stronger than a TFT core. As humans, we are always afraid of missing out, and this is the primal side of our species. Yes, what I'm talking about is FOMO, but FOMO only becomes truly scary when it combines with digital platforms like what we have now. We start of your close friends start following hustle culture, then yeah, that is a destruction core. This is not something I made up, because according to the National Library of Medicine, one of the main reasons your mental health no longer feels fresh is because of FOMO and the things we watch every day. Imagine you already have FOMO inside yourself, but then you see the people around you posting stories about waking up at 4 a.m. to study and work. What do you feel? You may start thinking that someone like you, who sleeps a full 8 hours, doesn't wake up at 4 a.m., and doesn't post tons of stories about success, is not trying hard enough. You start giving up on your own belief that if you want to succeed and become an ambitious person, you have to wake up at that kind of hour and do the same things that hustle culture is doing. Young people, especially young men, are particularly vulnerable to its allure. It's often drilled into us that our value is measured by our ability to produce, excel, and outperform. We start feeling more exhausted and slowly feel like our effort no longer gives out that much value anymore. The second thing is that you may have already experienced failure before. This is also what keeps most of us stuck on a path that has already been laid out and looks safer. This can be easier to understand because in psychology, it is close to learned helplessness, meaning that when we go through situations that feel uncontrollable and we have failed before, we tend to stop trying, even when there are still chances to change later. The projects you once tried but didn't succeed in make you start losing faith in them, and then you move on to another new project, and this keeps repeating over and over. This almost overwrites our brain and creates a new path, saying that trying doesn't really seem to work that much. But remember this, an average successful project usually takes around 6 to 12 months. Don't get too hyped over videos online saying they spent 5 weeks making $10,000. That is impossible for almost every project. In my opinion, 1, they're selling a course. 2, they're still selling a course. The fact that our sense of time has been shortened like that also makes us feel pretty discouraged when starting something. The third thing is that your reward nervous system has become numb. You and I scroll through short videos more. When we are exposed to that much overstimulation in such a short amount of time, the obvious consequence is that we can't focus long-term anymore. The reward you now expect becomes quick dopamine spikes, but they also drop as fast as pants dropping. You start feeling sluggish, and your dopamine receptors are gradually getting weaker. That's also why when we were kids, we were curious about colorful things and felt happy because of small things. Or we could even come up with projects that made us excited and start working on them right away. But now it's different. After too many things have happened, even a possible new project can't make you feel as excited as before anymore. You slowly lose faith in things that require you to spend half a year working on them. Anti-hustle culture is also the natural result after all those events above. It is a chain reaction from the body because you are already too tired to start doing anything else besides the job that keeps us alive every day. We start wanting more rest, we turn off phone notifications, and we refuse OT. We Gen Z are losing faith in too many things, including the future of the place we are living in. APA once noted that young people in their 20s to 30s in the US face heavy pressure from finances and isolation. The Stress in America report also tracks American stress over many years and often highlights social, economic, and political sources of stress. When the future looks vague, expensive, and unstable, Gen Z easily shifts from the mindset of, I will build a big future, to, I just need to not collapse first. This is a psychological shrinking, a global instability, not just something in the US. A video compressed into 30 seconds can be the essence of 10 years. A post written with a caption in 2 minutes can be half a decade of effort. On average, the first house is bought at age 40, not 25. On average, a steadily growing company and a successful project usually happen around 45, not 28. Both you and I are rushing against time and wanting to optimize our lives. But whether you can succeed on your path is not a problem that time alone can solve. That is what I know about why we are losing ambition today. The things I mentioned above are only based on my perspective and my view through science. So if anything is wrong, please correct me. What about you? What else do you think makes us lose motivation and ambition? Let me know in the comments below. And this is Paw signing out. Stay sharp, stay weird.